Hello, and welcome back to day 27 or lesson 27 of our SQL Made Simple series. And today we'll be looking at how we can apply exist in our subqueries on our SQL subquery DB. So if you don't have that, kindly head over to bit.ly/SQL Made Simple to grab that. So we're going to get our hands dirty by trying to understand how to use the exist operator. So let me switch to my database. Let me connect. It's been connected. I'm going to open a new query. And the example we're going to start with. So let's say example 1, we're looking at customers who have placed at least one order. So let's look at our database, and I'm looking at SQLSubqueryDB. Let's look at our tables. So if you're looking at customers who have placed at least one order, then I'm going to deal with a customers and orders table. So let's first of all take a sneak peek into what's in there. Select from customers, then select star from orders. So I want us to understand how this is done, and we are using our SQL subquery DB for this exercise. So I'm going to run. Now we have customer ID, customer name, country, registration date. Then we also have order ID, customer ID, order date, order amount. Then we've got status. But we only want to find out about the customers who placed at least one order. So if they placed an order, then they should have an order ID. And the common field between the two is the customer ID. So this is how we build our query. So we are going to select from, first of all, our customers table as C. So what are we selecting? I want the customer ID. So C dot customer ID. I also want the customer name. So coming from the customer table, which is referenced as C, then customer name. Then we move on to the country, C dot country. Okay. Then we come to where we are using the exist. So exist, where exist, then I'll open my my bracket. So I'm going to select, because we only want the presence. So select one, and we're selecting from our orders table. Okay. As O. Where, so what's the common field? So where the O, which is O dot customer ID. So the customer ID field is equal to the customer ID field within the customers table. I'll close it in my query, then I'll just run this. Once I execute, that's it. So we checked for the presence of customers who have placed at least one order. So when we add not, what's going to happen? Boom, we have nothing. So that's how you use the exist. So let's look at our second example, customers who have ordered electronics. So example, I'll try not to make this too long, but if it's too long, forgive me. I just want you to understand this better. Customers who have ordered electronics. So we're looking at customers, and we are looking at the orders, and we also need to look at the order details Then we also need to know the product. So we're going to link all these and write our exist within the where statement. Okay. So first of all, let's take a look. Select star from customers. Select star from orders so that we can find a common field that can be used to link them. Select star from order details. Select star from nuts. Okay, so let's run it. So I have the customers, customer ID, then the orders, you have customer ID. So we can work with these two. Then within the customer ID, we have the order ID, which can also be linked to the orders table. Then within the orders table, we have the product ID, which can also be linked. So we want customers who have ordered electronics. And before we can get those who have ordered electronics, we need to make sure it is properly linked so that we can get those who ordered for electronics. So that's how it's going to be. So let's see how it's going to work. Okay. So first and foremost, we will still select from our customers because the final result should give us the customers who have ordered electronics. And what do I want to see? So select from customers as C. So what do I want to select from the customers table? So C dot customer ID, C dot customer name, and I want C dot country where they are coming from. Okay, then where, so if there is a presence, so where exists, I don't care. So select, we use just this from, so we are linking it to the orders table. So orders as O, then we'll do a join. So we're joining the orders as O with our order details table. Okay. So we're joining the orders with the order details. Then when we finish, we'll join the product, okay, as well. So let's see how that's going to work. So join from orders as O, then we join with the order details table as OD, okay? On, so what's the common field here, which is the order ID. So order ID, order ID. So on OD, okay, dot order ID should be equal to O dot order ID. So order details, we have order ID, then the orders table, we also have order ID. We'll do another join again. It can be a left join, right join is fine. So we're going to join the product. So when we come here, the product ID here. So we are joining the product as P on the product ID, which is the P dot product ID being equal to the order details. Okay. So OD. So within the order details, we have the product ID. So OD dot product ID, where our O dot, okay, so O dot customer ID is equal to C dot customer ID. Okay, so if you look at our tables, it's the customer ID, the customers table and the orders table that have the customer ID field. So that is where we're going to do that. Okay. Then we want those who have ordered electronics. Okay. So, and our P dot, so the product table, the category. So P dot category is equal to electronics. Boom. Close it and the query. So now I'm going to run. What do we have here? So we only have Alice, Bob, Frank, and Grace, and they are the people who ordered electronics. And electronics have the product ID 1 and 2. So let's see 1 and 2 for product ID. So with the order details, we have 1 and 2, and this is the order ID. Order ID 1, 2, then 6 and 7, and the order ID matches with the customer details. So 1, 2, 6, and 7. So when you check 1 is Alice, 2 is Bob, 6 is Frank, and 7 is what? Grace. So we got it. That's it. Perfecto. So this is how you use the exist to check the presence of data within a table. Okay, now let me connect again. Oh, no. Let me open a new query. Okay, so let's look at another example where customers who have pending orders. So customers who have a pending order. So if it's about customers and orders, then at least that makes it simple for us. So select star from customers. Then select star from orders. Okay, let's run. No, let me select my database. Execute. Okay, so we want those who have pending orders. So what do we do here? So select from customers as C. And what are we selecting from the customers, which is C dot customer ID, then C dot customer name, and we have C dot country, okay, as C, where exist. So we're checking for the presence. So select, it doesn't matter what you put here. Select one from orders as O, where, so what's the matching field? Customer ID. Okay, so where O dot customer ID is equal to C dot customer ID. Okay, and we are looking at a condition and the status being what? And O dot status, because it's coming from the orders table, is equal to pending in our case. Now you close it, you end it, you execute. Now what do we have here? So Bob, Charlie, Frank, they have pending. So customer number 2, customer number 6. And do I see another pending? 1, 2. So we have Bob, Charlie, and Frank pending. I only have 2 pending. Bob, Charlie, and Frank. Okay. So I don't know why I'm getting 2. Customer ID 236. So with a pending, I have 6 for pending. I have 2 for pending. So why am I getting 6 and 2? where the status is pending. Okay, yes. Then the third one is customer ID number 3, so 236. Yeah, so it makes sense now. Yes, so that's it. Customers who have a pending order. And let's look at another example. I don't want this tutorial to be long. So we're going to have products that have ever been ordered, okay? Products that have ever been ordered. So we are looking at the product and the order details. Okay, so select all from products, then select all from order details. Now let's run. So you have product ID, okay? And if they've not been ordered, okay, that have ever been ordered, okay, so which exist, okay. So I think it will be all. Let's see. Okay. So if we are selecting from product as P, what are we selecting? So we want P dot product ID, P dot product name. Then I want a category. So P dot category. And I also want to know the price, P dot price, like that. Okay. Where, so if it exists, we are selecting or checking for any presence from the order details as OD. Where, so what's the common for here? So where the order details, so OD dot product ID should be equal to P dot product ID. So I'll close it, hit this, then we can run. So once we run, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're all here. So that's about it. So what it exists. So we keep product that appear at least once in order what details. That appear at least once in order details. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. And I want us to look at the last example, which looks at employees. Maybe I shouldn't. Okay, let's look at it. Employees who handled any order in July 2023. So looking at the employees, the employee orders, and the orders table. Okay, so select star from employees. Okay, select star from employee orders. Then we are also select star from orders. Okay, so let's run this. So I have employee ID, which is good. Then we have order ID, which is also good for us. So this is how we're going to do that by joining, okay? So we're going to select, because one employee, so select from employees as E, okay? And what are we selecting from the employees table? So we want the employee ID dot employee ID, E dot employee name, P dot um, department. Okay, so that's the first step. Then where, if it exists, I want you to select any instance. Okay, from, so you're looking at the employee orders table, from employee orders table as EO, and we join with our orders. Okay, we join with our orders as O on O dot order ID. So we have the order ID, so O dot order ID being equal to the employee orders table dot order ID, because we have that here. Where, because you're looking for the employee ID, right? Where our EO, which is employee orders table, we have employee ID being equal to the employees, okay, E dot employee ID, and we are looking for orders in July 2023, okay, in July 2023. And so if you come to our orders details, we have the order dates, right? So and O dot order date should be between, okay, so we start with the year 2023, the month and the day, so 1st of July 2023, and and 31st, so 2023 07/31. Now I'm going to close it and run the query. Boom. So when you go all the way down, you see, so John, Emma, Liam, Olivia, Noah, and Ava. And we selected employee ID, employee name, and the department. And I believe this hands-on exercise has helped clarify or demystify how to use exist within your where clause or where statement. Well done, and keep practicing. That is the only way you're going to get better at this. So a quick recap, the mentor's checklist. So exist, answer, does a matching row exist? So the select list inside exist is irrelevant. So presence is all that matters. So we only do select one, then we move. Short circuiting, which is stops at the first match often faster than counting, and it's robust with nows, unlike not in. So choose exist when you only need a presence test, not extra columns or count. So this is practice to lock in the scale. So list customers who completed at least one order. List products that were ordered in a quantity greater than or equal to 3 at least once. List employees who handled at least one order that included a furniture product. And I want you to list customers who placed 2 or more orders in July 2023. So the hint is exist with a subquery that groups by customer ID and having count all being greater or equal to 2. And have fun with this practice. So when should you reach for exist? So use exist when your question is, show me customers who have at least one order. show me products that appear in any order, and show me employees who handled orders in July. Use not exist when your question is show me customers who have no orders, show me products never ordered. And that's a wrap on exist. And I believe you had fun working on it. If you've not subscribed, kindly do so and do share with a friend who is also learning SQL, and let's help grow my YouTube channel. Blessings.